And welcome to the Nerd Report podcast. This is Louis Lecca, your host for today. And I got my co-host. What's up, Jeffrey Harris?
You're lucky to have me. You're welcome.
I
I'm
am.
Jeffrey Harris.
Hollywood Purgatory, man. You're like a machine.
It's a nickname. It's a
Yeah?
lifestyle. Yeah.
How'd you get that name?
It was something I thought about and I just thought it sounded cool. I don't really think anyone else really uses it yet. So I kind
Yeah,
of
they
like
do.
that.
The only time I've heard it is with you. So perfect.
Oh, the reason I kind of picked it out is because I think about development hell and just like you hear any given day you'll just hear about like this movie's getting made, and like it never gets out, or it comes out, it will get made like 10 years later and it'll be totally different from what was initially imagined. So I just sort of go off of that instead of development hell, Hollywood purgatory. There you go.
Well, that's perfect because I wasn't gonna talk about this subject first particularly, but you just made a perfect segue, as they say, in the world of radio. And we're gonna talk real quick. I just wanted to mention because I don't think we mentioned it yesterday. We talked about how Uncharted has been, moved forward or moved forward
back.
So before, okay, but apparently it took He-Man and the Masters of the Universe's place. You know anything about that?
I do. So this is from Deadline. What happened is Uncharted had a December of this year release date. Mm-hmm. That was moved back again to March 5th, 2021. Now you talk about development hell. That fits this Uncharted movie to a T.
But He-Man though.
He-Man now the 2021 release date in March was previously occupied by He-Man, and now He-Man has been taken off the schedule completely. He-Man is without a release date now. That is with actor Noah Centineo as the star, and Adam and Aaron Nee were supposed to direct. But look, these projects, they get actors, they get directors or producers attached, and they never materialize. We've seen it plenty of times. We've seen it where it works out, but the saying goes that getting a movie made is a small miracle. So
yeah, but He-Man's one, like you could put that one up next to The Crow. The Crow's been talked about for a while, and you know that's not
The Crow has at least had one really good movie.
Yeah,
that came out in the 90s with the late Brandon Lee. They've tried to do things with that franchise ever since, but that one has never gotten off the ground.
Are you a He-Man fan, Jeffrey?
I love He-Man. I've been a He-Man fan for life. I unabashedly love the bad 1987 movie that is
Dolph Lundgren
and Frank Langella.
Yeah, people like that one. People like that one. I think
it wasn't a great movie, but it's just weird, you know, how you can enjoy and appreciate a movie that's not good per se or not a masterpiece for whatever reason. But yeah, that one I do like, and I collect the toys and action figures. I read the comics. I'm obsessed with He-Man and Masters of the Universe. And you know what? I'm almost sort of happy it's not happening because because it's set up at Sony Pictures. The head of Sony Pictures is Tom Rothman. I don't really think I don't think it would be good if it got made, Louis. I'm sort of relieved to hear it doesn't get made. I'm not sold on Noah Centineo as He-Man, Prince Adam, or whatever either.
We've never seen him act though.
The good news is though, they're producing 2 animated shows for Netflix. He's gonna get the He-Man show from Kevin Smith.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like a throwback to the original 1980s Filmation cartoon. Did you ever watch that one?
The 80s one, yes, but I was never obsessed with it.
Okay. So then there's that, and then there's going to be a more modern CG update. That'll be like a more modern reboot. And it'll be, so those will both be animated episodic series, and I think that's better because I'm not sure you can do it well where everyone would go see it and it would be a big hit, like say Aquaman. or Thor. I think He-Man, I love it as a property, but it hasn't been relevant since the 1980s. So I mean, I love it, but I'm well aware it's a product of its times.
I'm
So,
thinking they
Noah
wanted to make like
Centineo, I have seen Noah Centineo act. He was in the awful Charlie's Angels reboot.
I didn't see that one.
He had a small featured role, but yeah, I've seen him act. There's nothing that impressive about him, but whatever.
All right. You're a bit. So if you would bet, do you think this movie's ever gonna come to existence?
Masters of the Universe, I would bet against it ever happening. Just
What
like
about Netflix?
Uncharted.
Netflix.
As a Netflix movie?
Uh-huh. Wait, you're betting against Uncharted as well?
Yes.
Not happening.
Not happening.
Okay. What about The Crow?
Again, you want to know why?
You guys vote in the comments right now. You guys vote in the comments right now. What do you think's gonna happen? Gonna be produced first? He-Man, Uncharted, or The Crow? Go ahead, Jeffrey.
You muted me.
Yeah, because you keep talking, man.
All right, sorry. Just to finish my thought, the reason I believe those movies are not going to happen is because Tom Rothman is a notorious micromanager, and he was hired to keep costs down because things were just getting out of control under the previous regime.
Mm-hmm.
He's there. He's very frugal. He's a notorious micromanager, and other filmmakers did not like him. I mean, Lewis, do you want to know Rob Liefeld? You know who Rob Liefeld is?
Of course, Deadpool. He's
the creator of Deadpool. Rob Liefeld cited Tom Rothman as the biggest roadblock for the Deadpool movie. How did that work out? Tell me what happened when the first Deadpool movie came out in 2016, Lewis.
That's Fox, though, right?
Yeah. He used to be the head of Fox 20th Century Pictures.
It wasn't how would I say comic book accurate?
Huh?
It was not comic book accurate. That's all I'm gonna say.
Deadpool was pretty comic.
Not the one not the first one when he showed up with Wolverine.
There was a lot of no, I mean the 2016 Deadpool movie. What happened?
Oh, people loved it. It blew up.
And it made a ton of money. Yep. Even though it had an R rating. So we're talking 300 million, like 782 million worldwide for a movie that cost $58 million.
Yeah.
And the reason it didn't happen is because Tom Rothman didn't believe in it. And it took Tom Rothman leaving Fox for the movie to get made. And that is what Uncharted and Masters of the Universe are up against at Sony. And that's why I don't think the movies, as long as he's in charge of the studio, I don't think they'll ever happen. That's my take.
Awesome. So, yeah, okay, let's move on to our next topic, since you have a limited time here, and I do as well. We want to keep these at about an hour. But hey, you know what? If more people show up and stuff, more interaction, I may go a little more. But this is the Nerd Report podcast. I'm trying to do these as many times during the week as I humanly can or humanly possible. I don't know, man. I get a lot of screenings. I don't know. My schedule's messed up, but we got 2 5 o'clocks in a row, and you guys are here. Hopefully, if you missed yesterday's episode, it is posted right now here on the Nerd Report YouTube channel. Okay, so our next topic is, let me see, and I think Inhuman Quake kind of touched upon it. I've been watching Arrow since I was in high school, and now I'm 27. Rest in peace, Ollie. Okay, so here we go. Season 8 of Arrow is the finals tonight, and all the CW superhero fans are anticipating it. A lot of surprises, a lot of emotions are expected. Stephen Amell tweeted, "Today's bittersweet. Arrow meant so much to me for so many years. It was a transformative journey, but it was time to let it go. I lace my boots and don the hood one last time tonight. I forever cherish being an ambassador for Oliver Queen. Thank you for the honor." So there you go. Very emotional time for Stephen Amell. He did this for 8 years? That's a long time. Probably like you could add another year for the production. 9 years of his life. He wants to move on and stuff. And I think the Arrowverse deserves more credit than it gets, because it was mentioned by one of the producers that even like a Crisis on Infinite Earth, it's produced for like what Marvel movies have for catering. So with the budget for catering for a Marvel movie is what they actually create these Arrow shows for. That's the budget they have. So, I want to thank Stephen Amell, but special shout out to Smallville, because you know what, I think that's the real inception of everything. But it is what it is. Jeffrey, do you watch the CW Arrowverse or no?
I selectively watch it. I'm not really a fan, but I respect Stephen Amell because he doesn't get into trouble. I feel like he loves and appreciates his fans, and I respect that.
Yeah,
I respect a lot of those actors because they go in, they do their job, and they love and appreciate the fans. They go to conventions, they answer questions, and the fans appreciate that. These shows are not my cup of tea, but the fans like them, and all the power to them.
100%, man. I'm excited to see what they have as the finale. It's going to be difficult to get into the next show. I think it's called Arrow, and what's it called, Lisa? The Green Arrow and the Canaries is the continuation.
Who's the new Green Arrow?
It's his daughter, actually. That's what I have understood.
His daughter with Felicity Smoke?
With Felicity?
No, it's not.
It's a previous affair.
Oh, that's right. He had.
See, that's the thing with this show, Jeffrey. There's a lot of.
Wait, it's not Connor Hawk?
No, I'm not. It's Connor Hawk. I don't think so. No.
Is.
But the thing is, this show's been going on for such a long time, and they interact with the other shows. Flash.
Connor Hawk was his illegitimate son in the comics.
No, Connor Hawk. Is there a Connor Hawk character in it? No, Connor Hawk. No. What's his son's name? Ollie. Okay. Our trivia is not very strong with this. Yeah. Okay.
Mia Queen Smoke. So it is his daughter with.
Mia.
It is his daughter with Felicity, right? And listen, no disrespect to the actress. I am not a fan of Felicity. I'm sorry. sorry.
You don't like
viewers.
the romantic stuff, man.
No, I love romance. I just don't like.
What? You love romance? I'm gonna use that as a drop.
Sure. Okay. I just don't like Felicity as a romantic lead. I was never into that. From the first season on, that character just sort of got on my nerves. And I'm sorry. Again, nothing against the actress. I just don't like the character and the way she's written.
Anyways, I give props to those shows because like they said, with a small budget, their ambition sometimes gets the best of them, and they try to do too much and it kind of like sometimes backfires to the point where it looks bad as a presentation sometimes, because they just cannot pull off the stuff they want to, without the right budget. With
here's what I don't get: if they can do The Flash, if they can do Arrow, if they can do Batwoman, if you can do all these other DC characters, if you can do Ra's al Ghul, why can't you just do a Batman TV series in a similar style? You have Supergirl, you have Lex Luthor, Superman, and Lois Lane.
They have Batman in Titans.
Nightwing would be great for his own TV series.
That's in Titans. They have it.
He was Robin in the first season though, right?
Yeah, but it's evolved.
I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Amazing.
Is he Nightwing in season 2 now?
No spoilers, man, but damn, awesome. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Awesome.
I haven't watched I don't have DC Universe, so I haven't watched it yet.
All right, Jeffrey, let's move on to our next topic. And you've asked me about this a few times. Okay. So I'm obsessed with this product I'm going to talk about right now. Jeffrey, give me a second to explain it. So my son wanted an Oculus Rift S like a year ago, right? And it wasn't compatible with his computer.
Rift.
And Rift. Yes. See, I'm new to this. Thank you very much. But anyways, it wasn't compatible with his computer, so we just returned it, whatnot. Fast forward a year later, for Christmas, he wanted the Quest, and it was like sold out everywhere. You couldn't get these on Amazon or anything. So I gave him a like, hey, you know what, dude? Like Santa's gonna be a little late with your gift, so if you want to wait, there's some. Just wait a little bit, right? So finally, Amazon restocked. I ordered this thing, and I have it right here. It's the Oculus Quest. No computer needed. It's a standalone VR unit that uses Android, from what I understand. I'm still learning. And he played it. Then I got a hold of it, and I gotta say, I'm obsessed with this with this thing.
So how do you make it work?
Okay, so basically you just turn it on. You turn it on, you could surf the internet, you could download games. The sound is great. This one right here, now I gotta warn you, it's a bit modified because I started buying accessories for it. Like, for instance, this thing right here, so like I don't sweat on the actual pad. I could just take it off and clean. I added to the headset. I don't know if you guys could see it online right there, so then it's a little bit more comfortable. I also added this in the front, so like I don't mess it up. And a lot of these accessories you can find on Amazon, actually. See, it's got a little rubber thing right here, So if you're into like surfing the internet or just playing games, it's awesome. Now, officially, there's not that many games available for it, but there's a thing called SideQuest, which is kind of like a hack, but it's not a hack. It's actually approved by Oculus. Like, it's for developers. So you get a lot of cool stuff. Developers come in and some great games. I gotta say, I played the first episode. This one came with all three Vader Immortal games, right? And I played the first one, and you're actually inside a Star Wars adventure, Mustafar. It's pretty awesome, right? The action's not that much, and the game's a little short, but you're inside the Star Wars universe 100%. Now, it looks a little cartoony. Most of the games are cartoony because I guess something to do with the graphics aren't there yet, but this thing is awesome. I don't know what else to say. Now they have this cable that I could actually connect it to my computer and play Steam VR games, which makes it, best of both worlds, right? Now, from what I understand, the hardcore geeks and the nerds could detect that the graphics are inferior compared to the Rift. Did I say it right? The Rift S. So they're a bit inferior and stuff, but I don't notice anything because this is the first unit I get, and a lot of people are saying that it's on par, man. There's not much of a difference. So, anyways, this thing right here, I just wanted to shout it out because it is related to nerd stuff. You can watch movies. There's a application called Big Screen. Is it Big Screen? VR Big Screen, where you could actually make a virtual theater and sit down and watch movies and stuff. So it's great, Jeffrey. And Jeffrey,
since it can connect to the internet, can you like stream your Netflix on there? Or
yes, you can. There's a thing called what is it? VR Virtual Desktop, which I did get that app. I do recommend it, and I can have my computer on. I could be miles away, and I could work on my computer.
Does it? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Does it plug into your phone? Like, what is it like? Does it have its own hard drive? Like, how does it? It
does have a hard drive. I did get the version I have is 128 gigs. It's the one that's the one I suggest you get. It's $499 right now. There's one for $399 with 64 gigs, but I think
that's cheaper than the Rift, at least.
Is it?
I think from what I recall, yeah.
Well, the Rift is going kind of dodo, the way of the dodo, because this is the future right here.
This is the latest model.
And I think what they're going to do is Facebook's going to, because they own this company, they're going to go ahead and give us more updates on this model right here. And there are improvements. It's not perfect, but it is pretty damn cool to surf. I've modified it. This one's probably at $800 right now with all the modifications I've had. I have a box right here, to keep it. You get these on Amazon.
Ooh.
And everything fits tight, and it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun.
What they're doing with technology these days is very impressive.
Yeah. Well, check this out. And one more thing is, you can make your own theater room, and what happens is when you do your theater room, if you're in there for a long time and you take your Oculus off, you started like you're a little disappointed at first because you have to go back. You're basically back at your own house, and your brain has tricked you that the virtual reality area is your actual house.
I have seen some VR goggles for movie viewing, and it's neat. It's almost sort of like it puts you in a perspective, like you're watching a movie in a theater. But
yeah, that's what it is.
It's just zoomed straight to your eyeballs.
And the
fascinating.
Yeah. I don't get dizzy. I don't get anything. So
I cannot afford an Oculus Quest right now, but Oculus, yes. Facebook, if you're listening or you're watching our show,
yes,
I will accept product samples. I will fully disclose that I've been given a product sample, but I will accept one. If you want to give me one.
You deserve one, yes. So what's the deal, Jeffrey? Let's move on to our next topic. So Transformers. What's going on with that? You heard about Transformers?
So yes, it looks like Paramount Pictures, they are developing, according to Variety, they are developing new Transformers movie scripts. For 2 scripts have been commissioned from 2 different screenwriters. James Vanderbilt and Joby Harold over at Paramount. I mean, this doesn't really mean a whole lot right now. A lot of scripts can be written and developed for a given project. It doesn't really mean anything to me until it gets the green light. I get the sense that Paramount and Hasbro don't know what to do with the Transformers movie franchise right now. Michael Bay poisoned the well. He created a model and a style for that franchise. It did well for a while until it didn't, and now it's no longer sustainable. And Bumblebee got decent reviews, but it was kind of too little too late. Everyone had kind of tuned out of the franchise at that point. Like, Bumblebee got good reviews, but it didn't really do that well at the box office.
But it wasn't that expensive to make. Right?
I mean, here's the thing, Lewis.
And it kind of gave the franchise a much needed better image.
The reported budgets we see usually don't include the marketing and distribution budget. And when you see a major tentpole like The Avengers or Avengers Endgame, you might hear that movie has like a $250 million budget. I don't know if that's an accurate number. I'm just using it as an example. Then you have to figure in marketing and distribution for a major like superhero blockbuster. That can be up to another $100 million or more, if not more. So if Bumblebee cost $135 to make,
35 million.
There's no way that the marketing and distribution budget was only only 35 million for that movie.
Okay, but to be fair, how many toys did that movie influence people to buy?
I don't know. I don't have those figures available.
Correct. So I think toy sales, it helps as well.
I mean, I'm sure they do, but I don't know what the toy sales are for Transformers and Bumblebee at the moment. And I mean, that kind of ship has already sailed. They've already kind of moved on from the Bumblebee phase. So, look, Lewis, where's the Bumblebee sequel?
This is it. Transformers movie.
Well, I mean, are these even? There's nothing to indicate these are sequels to Bumblebee.
No, but
it just says
Bumblebee's in all of them.
It just says they're doing 2 different scripts. They've commissioned 2 different scripts. They have no directors. They have no green light. They're just writing 2 different scripts. So these are 2 different scripts that might not even get made into films.
Yeah, I kind of doubt that they'll ignore Bumblebee though. Just me personally.
I don't know. I don't think they know what, because Bumblebee was treated as like this soft reboot, and yet it still ties into the original films. So I don't even know what they're doing with this franchise anymore. It seems very uncertain to me, because here we are in 2020 and they have no release date. They have no release date for another Transformers movie. They have no director. They have no stars. So I don't know what they're doing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The future to me for Transformers looks very uncertain. And you know what? I don't really mind so much, because the movies were never that good in the first place.
First one was good.
It was passable. Passable at best.
The first one was good, Jeffrey.
Passable. The first one was not a great movie. It was a passable summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
And then Bumblebee was a decent. Bumblebee wasn't even a great movie. It was a decent, watchable movie.
It needed a little Michael Bay in it.
No.
Needed more action.
No.
Yes, more Cybertron.
More Cybertron, but that's not Michael Bay. It
needed the heart. To get it right now, you have to have Michael Bay direct the action and someone else do the story.
Michael Bay is not even a competent director. There are good directors who do good action who are not Michael Bay. I'm sorry.
All right, moving on, guys. I love your passion. I can't wait to hear what you think about this one, Jeffrey. Okay. So Richard Donner is allegedly, according to Screen Rant here, is set to return to direct a 5th Lethal Weapon movie, along with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover reprising their role. What do you think of that?
I have some thoughts on this, but I have a question, Lewis. Can I curse on this show? Or will that get us flagged?
You know what? You just use F, the word F. You know, I do promise. Yeah.
All right. Remember what Danny Glover's character used to say in these films? What did he say? I'm too old for this S.
Yeah.
You know how old Danny Glover is now? I checked when this story came out. How old is he, Lewis?
I don't know.
He's 73 years old. Danny Glover, Lewis, is literally too old for this S now. He's
73, man. You gave him one more age. 73 is not 74.
His character was 50, and that's why he kept saying, I'm too old for this, blah, blah, blah.
Mel Gibson, now he's 64 as well.
Why?
Because people want to see what the hell these characters are up to.
No, they don't. Lewis, the last movie came out 22 years ago, and the last movie didn't even do that well.
I got a better one for you.
No.
Richard Donner's 89.
So you're saying Richard Donner is going to direct this new movie?
That's what Screen Rant's reporting. So let me see where their source is. I mean,
where did this story, did it originate at Screen Rant?
Doesn't say exclusive. Lethal Weapon.
Tell me what the source. Tell me what the source.
I'm looking for their source. I'm looking for
Hollywood. It's Hollywood Reporter. Here we go. Lewis, you can't make a Lethal Weapon 5.
They're doing it. They're doing it,
How?
Jeffrey.
How?
I don't know. With Donner, Mel Gibson, and Glover.
Dan Lin has revealed that Lethal Weapon 5 is on track to eventually being made. This is the way it's written. We're trying to make the last Lethal Weapon movie, and Dick Donner's coming back. The original cast is coming back. It's just, I mean, the story itself is very personal to him. All right. Here's my question, Lewis. Is Dan Lin just being a salesman, a used car salesman here, or is this serious?
I don't know. You know, we can only go with what they tell us. You know what I mean? What can we do?
But I mean, listen to what I just read. Do you think this is something that's really going to be a thing?
Why is the Hollywood Reporter reporting it?
Because Dan Lin, the producer, apparently said this.
Well, he's the guy with the money, right?
I mean, would Dan Lin actually be the one financing it?
Producer, right?
Yeah,
it's the money guy. Who is it? Warner Brothers?
Is it going to be his money? Is it going to be his money though?
Well, it depends what kind of producer he is. That's a good question. some of them do finance their.
Okay. So here's where it came from: a producers roundtable for the Hollywood Reporter. Danny Glover will be 74, and director Richard Donner is pushing 90 this spring. Now, look, when is the last time Richard Donner even directed a movie?
I don't know, man. He should have directed the last Superman Returns. If you ask me.
I'm just trying to figure this out. When his last?
Are you gonna go watch it? Yes or no?
I mean, if I get invited to watch a screening that I will review, yes, I will. I would.
So we got Robert Garcia is commenting with a thumbs down. Right here. Is it our Robert Garcia? Is it another Robert Garcia? I don't know which one this is.
Okay. Richard Donner, just so you know, Lewis, Richard Donner's last credited film was 16 Blocks from 2006. So we're talking 14 years.
Well, he's coming back. Film. He's coming back.
I have a feeling. If this movie did get made, he would not direct it. I feel he would just be there in like a consultant, executive producer role. And thank you for your comments, Robert. I agree with you. And thank you, Matt Jarbo agrees with me. He agrees with me about Bumblebee.
That's fine. We invited these two guys to go on our stream right now, and instead of being on here, they're commenting. They're just put them on.
I'm not going to put them on blast.
No, delete them.
I mean,
all right, man. My last topic here that I found is kind of interesting. It's actually very interesting because we all heard of the coronavirus, and no, that doesn't mean that if you drink a lot of the Corona beer, you're going to get sick. This is actually what I'm talking about is a virus that originated allegedly from China, and it's starting to spread like wildfire, and cinemas are starting to get, cinemas and theaters are starting to close up now.
For clarification, in China, not.
Yeah, in China.
There have been a couple sporadic cases in the U.S., but it hasn't become a full-blown outbreak.
You're talking about the coronavirus. So yes, none of this really matters, but we are a movie, a movie YouTube channel. So the real important thing here is that people are getting sick, and I believe some people are dying. So that's our condolences to them. But
it's definitely a scary situation, and I hope those people are going to be okay.
Yes, but on the movie front, there's China is supposed to be like the second biggest market for film box office. That's how is it going to affect everything if this thing continues to go into the spring when big films start getting released and stuff like that? I mean, people are going to lose their jobs. I don't know, because they're not going to make
I'm not really worried about that. I'm more worried about public safety and the health of these individuals. I think that should be the main concern rather than how is this going to affect blockbuster business in China.
But it's also people's livelihoods.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more worried about their lives in general.
No, absolutely.
And how the severity of the outbreak more so than I don't think this is going. I would think this is not going to topple the industry. I don't, but I mean, I'm not an expert on this topic, but I'm more concerned about the outbreak spreading and getting worse, and I just hope it will run its course and the people, and it won't, and the death toll does not go higher than what it currently is. And I mean, I'm not going to say it's insignificant. I mean, a number of people have already died from this virus, so I hope it doesn't spread too much further. Yeah, because I don't want more people to lose their lives.
Okay. I don't.
Heavy topic, Lewis.
Too many heavy topics, man. I just brought it up because it is. There was an article about.
No. I understand. I understand. Because I see it. Like it. I mean, it's affecting their business. So I don't know what I don't know how it's gonna. What the fallout's gonna be from this, but hopefully, when the smoke clears, the people will be able to return to their jobs and businesses once once they get to the other side of this, but we'll see.
100%. Okay, Jeffrey, I'm done. Did you have any other topics you wanted to add?
Do you really think Lethal Weapon 5 is going to happen? Gun to the head.
Yes.
Do you want to see Lethal Weapon 5 with Riggs and Murtaugh and
Joe Pesci returns? Yes.
Why? Just explain to me why.
Because I want to have fun in the theater, man.
Do you really think that would be fun?
Yeah. Bunch of dudes chasing criminals and they're using a cane.
I feel like you're not even being serious here.
I'll go watch it. I'm not dying to see it. I think the biggest thing.
Joe Pesci is 76.
I know he just made The Irishman though, and he was the best part out from it. I think so. I think the biggest thing to take out of that story is the return of Richard Donner. Actually, it's an earthquake.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see if he actually returns. I have another one for you.
Go.
Fast and Furious 9. Are you looking forward to it?
Hold on a second. There was one more thing I wanted.
Okay.
Okay. I have the trailer here or I did have the trailer here. I don't know.
Is it the trailer or the teaser?
The teaser trailer, and I'm gonna go ahead and let's react to it real quick. I have not seen it.
I actually have not seen it yet either.
I do think I have this thing. I think Vin Diesel is the most handsome actor in Hollywood right now. He's got the best haircut. Yeah. I don't know why people pay attention to The Rock.
You know how old Vin Diesel is?
52.
Yeah. He's keeping it together at 52, man. Good for him.
Yeah, hold on.
Him and Jason Statham and Tom Cruise, man, like.
Some people have everything, right?
If I could look like that, if I could look like that in my 50s.
Jeffrey, you kind of do look like him. You look like him.
No.
Hold on a second. Let me get some sound here. Hopefully everyone could hear this before I share it. Hold on a second. It's not up on screen yet, and I can't hear it.
Okay, here we go.
Hold on a second. Let me delete this here. Get some stuff here. Get my popcorn. Is it up?
Family, kids.
Is that you?
That was me. I can't do gruff.
Let's put widescreen.
See, I like that he's called Vin Diesel because he's got diesel in his voice.
Vin Diesel.
He's got that.
Pitch Black is awesome. Okay, here we go. Here's the teaser to the teaser of Fast and the Furious teaser.
Okay.
I hope this is the right one.
Yeah, that's what it. Yeah, you got it.
You hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it.
3/8 driver, 6-inch extension.
That's the son from the last one.
Are you sure? Things change now that I'm a father.
Oh man,
I can't live my
Michelle
life
Rodriguez.
all that time anymore. I'll always be in your heart.
Man.
Hi, little Brian. I have a gift for you. Your daddy gave me this. No, I'm gonna give it to you. It's for protection from what's coming.
Death flags. Death flags everywhere.
Okay,
that's a little bit abrupt.
Trailer.
Well, that's
Friday.
definitely a teaser.
What do you think of these teasers for teasers? What's your opinion?
That was more of a teaser trailer.
That looked like a trailer. Like a teaser trailer, right?
That was more the ones that are like 10 seconds, those I do not like.
What I really hate is when they show you like the first 3 seconds of the trailer. When you go on YouTube and you see the first 3 seconds of the trailer, like the trailer,
and then they show you the trailer. I don't like that either.
I hate that because
get to the trailer, right?
Yeah, and I like to, there's one thing, and this kind of maybe sound dumb, but I like to invite people. Like when I see a cool trailer, I like to invite people to the living room and just go, "Hey, check this out." The light dims and everything on screen, and then you start seeing it, and you're like, "What is that? What is it?" And then it hits you what it is, right? And nowadays, you put it on the the trailer on YouTube, and it's like Jurassic Park 10. It's like, can you just show us people like landing on an island first? Like, what's going on? Everything's great, and then you see a dinosaur.
Ease us in, right?
Yeah. Or at least give us the option. I know why they do it though, because people tune out of the trailer, so they just want to get their message out.
I'm excited about this one because John Cena is going to be in it.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, from WWE. And
can we see him? Will we be able to see him though?
We'll probably be able to see him on Friday when the actual trailer comes out. And Michael
never
Rooker.
See him.
Oh, you're funny. You're a funny guy. You should be doing stand-up comedy. And Michael Rooker is also in it from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice. That's cool.
So I'm excited. I mean, they're not my favorite movies, but I enjoy. They're fun. I think if you want fun action movies, I think the Fast films are fun action movies. There you go.
What Robert really hates, as he's just like in the comments room.
Okay.
What I really hate is the fact that they're still making Fast and the Furious movies.
I mean, this is.
Vin Diesel. I mean, Robert, if you're jealous of Vin Diesel, go to the gym, man. Stop eating.
Robert's not a bad-looking guy.
I know. I'm just messing with him. Oh wait, look, we have. Hold on. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Speaking of good-looking guys.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
All right, I'm at Starbucks right now. So.
Hey, what do you think of the show so far?
I think you guys need more people.
Oh yeah, we do. But hey, you know what we do have is a super chat. You want me to read the super chat?
Yes.
Watch, check this out.
Thanks for that, Robert. Matt, do you like the Fast films?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of those movies. I'm a huge fan. I don't understand how you cannot like the Fast and Furious movies. Like it says to me that like something in regards to like pure primal machismo is missing from your existence. If you,
I gotta tell you,
the Fast and Furious movies,
Robert.
At no point do you not have an erection. I don't understand that. Like it's just pure adrenaline pumped right into your balls.
Robert Garcia, if you want to counter that, I think he questioned your manhood. I think you should send in another super chat. and I think you should send in another $1.99 super chat. And my God, doesn't not only does Robert Garcia have bad taste in movies by saying Fast and the Furious isn't good, he's cheap. Look, $1.99 for super chats should be $10, man. I think he has another comment. Oh, come on, Matt. Really?
No, look. Those movies are fun. What started off as literally a Point Break knockoff, right? Like it ignited this massive fan base of people who were like, yeah, I want to see like these people become literal superheroes over 20 years, where Vin Diesel could take a gunshot to the shoulder in one scene, and then in the next scene, literally like dive across a ravine, capture Michelle Rodriguez as she's also flying the other, the direction at him, and have enough force to then continue his journey across the ravine and then land into the windshield of another car, therefore saving the two of them from utter death and destruction.
Okay.
Never mind the fact that later on in that same movie, they race on the longest runway known to man, because actual people did the math for how fast that plane was going at the end of Fast 6 and how long they were on it, and it would have gone for 124 miles. That is how long that runway was before that plane took off.
Matt, that's called, you want to know what that's called? It's called narrative economy.
You know what? I don't care. It's called a fun movie. That's how I view that film.
My favorite part in Furious 7 is when he's having the showdown with Jason Statham, and he gets out of the car, And he's like, you thought this was going to be a street fight? You're goddamn right it is. And I'm like, man, this is like, it's like machismo poetry, you know?
Oh, it is. Yeah. Like, I mean, and then I love the fact that in the Fast and Furious franchise, the bad guys become allies.
All right. Now, Matt, I have another question for you. Lethal Weapon 5, is this a good idea?
No. Look, it's not to say that I wouldn't watch it because I would be there opening night. Like,
Holy
there's no
shit,
question.
we just got a new super chat, guys. Hold on. Hold on. New super chat.
It's to you, Matt.
Well, Robert, you're wrong, and everyone can be wrong, and that's okay.
But Robert's still cheap. $4.99, gentlemen. Do you think that's kind of cheap? I think it should be $9.99.
I don't know. I'm still kind of mad at Robert for not having to work the night of the Star Wars premiere, so that I couldn't go. So Robert, that's a little bit peeved at me.
It's your money.
Hey, check this out. So we have like if you notice, and Matt brought it up, we have like one viewer right now, but I just changed the title. See what happens. My title now is because people are bullshitting on YouTube, and I already told you, Matt, you can't beat the bullshit here on YouTube. And what people are talking about right now, George Lucas is returning to Star Wars. So that's the title of this podcast right now. George Lucas returns to Star Wars.
Yeah, I was hearing about that. It's
I'm like, oh, news, but that's what people want.
It is bullshit.
That's what people want.
Yeah, it's like, where's this news coming from? Oh, we got this covered. How about you suck my balls?
Yeah, but that's the title of this, because apparently that's what people want to hear on this fucking bullshit.
Well, talk about burying the lead of the episode, right? It's 46 minutes into a podcast, and then you get to the title discussion. That's called burying the lead.
I changed the title of it. It was something else.
It's fake.
Look, we're starting to get people
news.
In here. It's not news. Fake. George Lucas is returning to Star Wars. He's buying it back. It was part of a plan. I have inside sources that he got Kathleen Kennedy in there right before the deal broke. Listen to me, Jeffrey. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. He hired Kathleen Kennedy to ruin the saga and then lower the stock on Star Wars so he could buy it back for $2 billion, making a $2 billion profit. The thing was genius. Lucas is coming back next year. He's directing the first movie. He's already in the works. And he's starting off with, ladies and gentlemen, I just heard right now, hold on, my mouse is talking to me. Okay. He's starting it all off with Star Wars Episode 7. Crickets.
Bullshit.
What do you mean, man? It's true. All of it.
Okay.
I mean,
it's all true. I'm watching it right now.
Does he even want to direct? He's 75 years old. I doubt he even wants to go down that rabbit hole.
They already screened it. They screened it. They did test screenings. It's on Reddit.
Can anyone explain to me why this source gets so much traction? I don't,
because it's what people want to. There's a segment of people that want to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
And what can we do? You know what I mean? Like, they want to hear it. I mean, it's how would I say, preaching to the choir? It's like,
I mean, if people love George Lucas that much, they shouldn't have ran him off the franchise, and they shouldn't have made that documentary to make him feel bad.
The People versus Lucas was actually showing both sides of the story, so it wasn't really just one-sided.
I saw it. It felt pretty It felt one-sided to me, Lewis.
I didn't.
To be fair, pretty much all documentaries are one-sided.
I mean, I agree, Matt, but I felt like that one. It was. I believe, in my opinion, that documentary in particular was skewed very heavily against George Lucas. But,
well, yeah, it's called The People versus George Lucas.
Well, look, he left the franchise because he was unhappy with the way people treated him after the prequels. So I mean,
Robert Garcia, what do you think?
I can't blame the guy. People are human beings have feelings.
Well, do you guys in 20 years
right
people
about that?
Hmm.
No, I was just saying, like, people, we know why Lucas left the franchise, but for some reason, people try to actively deny that even happened. Like, that's why it happened. Like they go, no, he never got mad at people for how they reacted to the prequels. That, like, there's a lot of gaslighting on that. It's like, no, the fan base was pretty shitty 20 years ago. It was only after time when we start to go, they weren't that bad. Maybe Attack of the Clones.
Not
Isn't
me.
that bad?
Not me. I still think
Attack of
shit.
the Clones was bad. I won't.
Nah, it's not. It's not that bad. It's actually pretty decent.
George Lucas.
Revenge of the Sith is the best one, though.
Dude, because something actually happened in that movie. The other ones were a waste of time.
I have another question. Do you guys think the Kenobi show will still happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
I think it's going to be the last thing Kennedy does, if I'm being honest with you.
Robert, for $10 super chat, what do you think? He's probably not even listening.
You said ha 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 ha.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna happen, dude. It's gotta happen. Or egg all over.
Do you think all this news in the last week was just a lot of?
No, I think they're rewriting it. Honestly.
Okay, I thought it was pretty funny that Josh from Den of Nerds was all like, what the fuck does Ewan McGregor know about what's going on?
Well, at this point, it's like, what the fuck does anyone know about anything?
Well, I mean, no, Matt, like he actually said that. Like, what does Ewan McGregor know about the Obi-Wan Kenobi show?
Yeah,
like, I don't know. What does Deborah Child know about?
Yeah, here's what I would respond to that.
So stupid.
What I would say to that, Matt, is in a lot of cases, unless like they're actively involved with the creative process, actors a lot of the time are the last ones to know. That's the saying. Actors are the last to know.
Yeah, but he should know when his schedule's happening.
Well, apparently it's
Ewan McGregor's got to know
early next year, right? They're going to
Jeffrey. Ewan McGregor must know the plot of the show. He's not going to ruin his reputation and be a clown.
You would think some actors would actually read the scripts before they sign up first. But
yeah, the big actors do. The small actors don't give a shit because they.
Did Robert Downey Jr. read the script for Doolittle before he made that piece of crap?
Yeah, and I'm sure he thought it was good. I'm sure.
Did he really? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the script was good, but the execution was wrong. Never know.
I wonder sometimes if the actors actually read the scripts for some of the awful films they find themselves in. But I hope Kenobi does. I hope Kenobi does happen since the fans really seem to want it. And I don't know what you would do with that story.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's my other question: what do you do with a Kenobi movie anyway? Or
you have him protect Leia.
No, keep it away from that. Keep it away from that.
That's all he does. What could he do, though?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Lewis. You haven't watched Clone Wars, so you literally have zero idea what Kenobi does.
Okay, Clone Wars, but does Kenobi do anything after Luke is born in Clone Wars?
Yeah.
He's getting some mayo.
Yeah, it's for my kid. Sorry, I'm getting dinner right now, so.
Well, I'm not saying you couldn't do a story, Matt. I just think the options in that time period for Obi-Wan Kenobi would be limited.
Yeah, what is it? Does Clone Wars take place after the fall of the Jedi?
Thank you very much.
Clone Wars takes place during the actual Clone Wars, Lewis.
Yeah, but which one is Matt just brought up? Clone Wars or Rebels?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that General Kenobi was very active in the Clone Wars, and he's got a lot of experience, meaning that if he's trying to lay low to survive Order 66, that doesn't mean he's going to probably not help people out if they're in need. So if they're keeping it in line with like the Western theme, or let's be realistic here, everything Disney is doing with Star Wars going forward, it feels like is all, at least on Disney Plus, is all based around fucking Mandalore.
Holy shit, dude. super chat by Robert Garcia. Woo! Bro, I'm never having you on this show again. I've never made so much.
A husband and wife. A husband and wife.
Hold on. We just have to break the exclusive. Ready? Guys, I heard Kathleen Kennedy has been sleeping with Frank Marshall for years.
That is true. I heard that rumor too.
So Matt, just the gist of it, your pitch would be for Obi-Wan like an old gunslinger type story on Tatooine.
Look, and it does kind of mirror Mandalorian, which might be why they want to go back and do it. Like, and I get that, but it's like at the same time, it's a space. This is a space western, you know. Like, let it be a space western. It's fine.
Wait, so they're gonna have Luke on top of Obi-Wan's shoulder?
No, I have a feeling they're gonna get rid of that plot line. Like it's the end of the sky. Like, this is the problem. Disney has really kind of forced Lucasfilm into a corner, right? Like they have creatively, and it's like they want to do multiple movies per year. They want it to be Marvel, which I'm okay with if the stories are good. But they built literally 2 theme park lands after a bad guy, right? After a setting that is now basically going to go away. There's literally no need for the Resistance anymore because the First Order is gone. The Final Order is dead, right?
Right.
So they've got to figure out where to go, which is why I really do think they're going to end up having to revamp Galaxy's Edge because they screwed themselves.
Theme parks are built to be revamped, really.
Yeah, but it's like I think they just I had fun at Galaxy's Edge. And I would gladly go again if I was in Southern California and I had the ability to go.
I'd go at this rate with Robert's super chats. I could go.
Yeah, I need to get Robert on my stream and berate him into giving me money.
Just
basically, we gotta treat Robert like John Campea treats his audience.
Yeah. Hey, Robert. What do you think? $20 super chat. All right.
All right. Well, I could see something like that working for Kenobi, but we'll see. So it sounds like it's not canceled, and for now it's still on the table. But
there's a couple different rumors with it right now. One of them, like Grace Randolph, says that it's delayed indefinitely, and she's still acting like that's a thing, even though there's been no confirmation. Ewan McGregor has given the only official information that we can take from. And to sit there and act like he doesn't know what the hell's going on, I think is ridiculous because this is not an unworking actor.
Officially, Kathleen Kennedy took to the stage at D23 and said, all the scripts are done and we're ready to go to start filming next year, meaning 2020. So that was official information at the time.
Yeah, and there's been no change on an official capacity. But what it is,
yes, because the scripts were not done going by the Hollywood Reporter's story.
Again, that report was, in my opinion, full of a lot of inaccuracies. Because we got no confirmation of anything, and the author of that report had said, the past rumors have really exposed the problem with the production. And it's like, nothing's confirmed, so how can you make that claim? Like, I'm not saying that there's not problems. Obviously, this shit isn't coming out of nowhere, right? But it's like, at least be honest in your reporting. That you can't sit there and claim, like, for a fact that this exposed problems, because we have no way of knowing how much of that's actually true. If Ewan McGregor is running interference, that's, I guarantee you he was going to reach out to his manager.
Well, I mean, look, actors and producers lie too.
Yeah, no, I know they lie. All right, like I get that, but like everyone in Hollywood lies. So what exactly do you believe? Does someone come in and just make Ewan could just be, for all I know, he could be in denial, or he could just be giving the public answer. This is
your answer.
Hold on. He admitted he kept the secret for 4 years, right? So he wants this to happen. He wants to go back and play the character again.
Right.
So I would assume that he would probably take more of like a positive approach to it and to quell BS. But the biggest complaint comes from the fact that it's like there's nothing that's coming out of the official whatever. Now, I think we're going to find out more early next month when there's the earnings call that Bob Iger will put out, and then that will be.
It's possible.
We'll get more. Well, that's when we're going to find out who's directing. Who's directing the 2022 movie and probably what it is.
Hey guys, real quick, you're seeing a lot of more people come into this feed, so I want to welcome you. Real quick, if you're here for the Birds of Prey giveaways, I'm gonna do something for you guys to win. Just stay put. Give me a minute, okay? So I do have passes of Birds of Prey to watch the film early. I'm watching it tomorrow. Can't wait.
All right. Well, I am signing out of the podcast now.
Are you gonna stay on, Matt?
No, I'm almost home and then I gotta go.
Where are you going?
I'm almost home and then I have to go
feeding his kids. He's feeding his kids.
Yeah, no, that's unacceptable, man. You got to stay here with us.
Yeah, that's how this always works.
Matt, are you going live tonight?
I don't think so. I'm working on trying to build up a format for a project I want to do because I don't know. I feel like the movie news today sucked like really bad, and I was like bored by all of it.
Well, we got a few topics going.
Yeah.
But I covered a lot of that stuff yesterday myself, so it's kind of like it's not new to me.
You talked about what's it called, Lethal Weapon?
No, but it was just a producer. I made a comment about it. I don't really feel like I can do much with that in regards to doing a video.
I said Danny Glover is literally too old for this S now.
Yeah, but Harrison Ford is in his 70s and he's doing Indiana Jones 5.
How you doing? Click my vid. We're talking about several topics.
Should he though? I don't know. Matt, you killed my freaking joke because that was like the character's whole shtick in that franchise. Joke killer. I think Matt's left us. All right, so Lewis.
Yes.
So now that I'm signing off, I am Jeffrey Harris, Hollywood Purgatory on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter at Wheeljack83. You can check out my reviews and articles and interviews. Go to 411mania.com. Go to Apple, Spotify, and to check out my podcast, the 411 Wrestling Interviews podcast. I am working on getting some new interviews together very soon, hopefully. So be on the lookout for that. And Lewis, thank you for having me on, buddy.
Thanks, Jeffrey. Hope to see you soon.
Appreciate it.
I think Matt's still on. Robert's probably still listening. Robert, if you want to come on, feel free to. I did hear this news that I forgot to bring up. And apparently some horror outlets are reporting that Halloween Kills is getting what's it called? Test screenings. And this isn't BS because the last film, the Halloween 2018, we call it Halloween 2018, obviously has the same title as the first film, the reboot, and maybe another one I'm missing. But Halloween, the Danny McBride one, we call Halloween 2018. They did do a test screening for that one. Let me see who's reporting this. But anyways, I think those are coming up very, very soon. And yeah, there we go. Halloween Daily News is reporting that Halloween Kills will be having test screenings. Now, why do studios have test screenings? Basically to like test the waters, to see what people think of their product. If they have to do a little bit of tweaking, if people like the storyline, what people like it, like what demographic likes it more. So after you watch a screening, last time I was at one was like more than 10 years ago for Expendables. But what they do is sometimes someone will present the movie before it starts and says, hey, this is an unfinished product. You can't tell anyone that you were here. We need you to stay till the end. So you signed a waiver plus a few questions we're going to ask. Sometimes they'll hold a few people. They'll ask who really liked it. Raise up your hand, or what do you think, and then they'll keep you till after, and then ask you, verbally what was good. So then later on they can market the film the way they feel most fit for the movie. And also if they could tweak the film a little bit, like maybe give you a reshoot. Maybe there's a character in there that didn't fit, that's not crucial to the story, so they'll take that person off, or they'll add more. Maybe there's stuff that they don't show you that they could add more or take away. So yeah, Halloween Kills is getting a test screening according to the Halloween Daily News. Last time I heard, for the Halloween 2018 film, they did have a test screening, and the ending of the movie was different. And from what I heard, what they did was Michael Myers actually escaped the house somehow, and there was a fight between Michael and Laurie, Jamie Lee Curtis, and there was a fight, and we didn't get a definitive answer of who won. At least that's the way I heard it. And people did not like that. They were confused. They wrote that, and I think they reshot it. So we got the ending where the Laurie's leaving the house with her daughter and her granddaughter, with Michael still being burned in the house. So I don't know what's going on exactly. Is it too early for the test screening? I'm not sure. This movie comes out in October. It's a little early. So, and what's weird is that they're announcing that there's a test screening. Okay. It's Jamie Lee Curtis. So Jamie Lee Curtis tweeted, "'Tis the season to start screaming." Oh, no, I misread that. I thought she said screening. But anyways, we see here that there is some footage from Jamie Lee Curtis's Twitter, and some of the characters are coming back and stuff like that. So what's weird is that they announced that their test screenings. Usually that's really secretive, and I don't know, pretty weird. But anyways, if you're here for the Birds of Prey passes, go ahead, send me an email at contest@nerdreport.com, contest@nerdreport.com. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Until next time, nerd out.